What up? What up? After sitting back for a few days and just watching everything going on, it just reminds me or takes me to the reality that we far behind schedule. Everybody's talking a lot of shit. Everybody's becoming gurus and conspiracy theorists, and has everybody has all the answers and explanations and plans and all this other shit. But the reality of it is that in reality, some of us know what's going on, but don't really know what the fuck is going on. Most people don't have a fucking clue what's going on. But some of us have an idea or have a few ideas of what could possibly be going on. But the reality of it is nobody knows what the fuck is going on. Until we start being honest with ourselves and stop fucking like lying and running from the truth and the reality, we can then start addressing shit for what it is and stop entertaining shit for what it's not. Everybody needs to back the fuck up, sit the fuck down, relax, and take notes. Because they showing us everything that they doing right in front of our face. But the problem is that it's so much going on. They putting so much shit in front of our face. They throwing so much shit at us at such a rate that we can't mentally keep up with. We can't mentally keep up with the shit. We can't physically keep up with it. Psychologically, we can't keep up. They got us all over the place every time you turn around. Every time you look at Facebook. And it's not, the thing is, it's not just them. And when I say them, I'm talking about the people that knew and that has known about this shit before it even happened, and that was a part of the whole agenda of this this comedy show that's going on right here that's not really funny. I'm talking about those people when I reference they. They know that because of the evolution of technology and social media, or media that became more social, it's like they know that they can't control technically what the people say, what the people share, and things like that. At least not in a forceful way. But they do know how to divide, manage, and control, how to control our ass mentally and psychologically by knowing our fucking thought patterns. They know our mental states, they know our mental health, they know the things we like, they know the things we dislike. They know how you felt today. They know how you felt yesterday. They know when you got a fucked up situation in your relationship. They know who your friends are, who your family is, your favorite vacation, the person standing next to you in line. And like, how they know that? What you mean? For anybody that asks the question of how do they know these things? And how can they use this information to control you, us, the people, the mass majority, mentally and psychologically? The question of how is right in front of your fucking face. The question of how began during the birth period of our favorite new evolutions of interaction and through media called the social media platforms. The birth of Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Now, they didn't really know where YouTube was going. YouTube evolved into a more social platform. But what you got to understand is that when well, first off, we had MySpace. That was a little bit different. That was more so geared towards artists, and it kind of never evolved past that. I don't know, it's because of the business plan, or just I don't know, some type of lack in evolution of the social times. But for sure, when Facebook came out, and everybody need to like and share this shit. If you with me and if you with the shits. If not, get the fuck out. The birth of Facebook. Facebook was unique. And the reason why I'm even talking about this, because we have to properly analyze. We got to properly analyze the opposition. You got to properly analyze the so-called oppressor. You got to properly analyze the so-called enemy in any situation, any game, in any duo, any fight. So in order to do that, we have to try to understand the way that particular individual could possibly, how they possibly think, or what would we do if we were them in their same state of mind. So the birth of a platform like Facebook, then again, is something new, and they probably didn't know exactly where that was going to go, or they possibly could have. It probably started off as a, as just a great idea, a fun idea. Probably so. It's possible. A lot of things start off like that until, a few contracts later, a few contracts and a few $1 million later, then bigger deals and bigger offers and deeper offers fall on the table. Some in which most people don't really know. I don't think. I think some of the time, maybe not all of the time, certain platforms are taken advantage of by its creators, and maybe not all the time the creators actually know what the fuck they getting into, or what they created, or what they've relieved their control over. Because at some point in time, somebody realized, like, damn, Facebook, like damn, these motherfuckers on Facebook is becoming like a profile, a Facebook profile is it's to the point right now that that people really validate their relationships on Facebook. Like if somebody's in a relationship or is dating somebody, you have people that will feel some type of way if their partner doesn't change their status, or won't believe the status of their actual relationship in real life until they change or alter the status to reflect on the social media platforms such as Facebook. That's funny and hilarious to me. That's always been hilarious to me. And we think that's okay. And in our mind, that validates who we are. That validates who we are, in our mind. And it's not, but the funny thing about it is, it was never our mind. The thing is, it became our mind because we became a part of the program. We became a part of the program network, or the network of the program. So it's the difference between crawling the web, because when we searching and browsing online, we're crawling the web, the World Wide Web. We're crawling the web. So let's see. So let's look at the metaphysics. Uh, See, everything is symbolic, so we have to look behind the screen, and beneath the surface, to uproot the metaphysics behind everything. So let's take the word web, or what web is. And then when they say crawl, what is it referring to? What is the word crawl in reference to web? So that confirms and identify what's actually crawling on the web. Now you have two different. When you identify the different things that could crawl on the web, you have two different types of several types. So you either have the prey, and you have the predator. So in this particular concept, we have to identify which ones are the prey and which ones are the predators. And the reality check, just in case we did not know, we are considered the prey and they are considered the predators. And for all the weak-minded people that can't understand, because they are afraid to acknowledge the truth and reality of things. I just had a argument with somebody recently about this, because I made a statement saying that black people in general, and the minorities in general, no racist shit, but in general, the reality of it is that we are behind schedule. That's just fucking reality. We're behind schedule, fucking financially, economically, even low key, honestly, spiritually, even though we have the power to be more spiritually connected than any. My personal opinion, off knowing. But when you have a different race, when you have a race of gods and goddess, the thing is that the only way to control a race of gods and goddess, you have to manipulate the mind. Manipulation of the mind is key. How do we manipulate the mind? If we can't be outpowered technically, on the technical, physical aspects and spiritual aspects, if we can't be defeated on that end, as far as direct competition, then how do we get them? We got to distract them. We got to find multiple ways to get their attention. We have to find ways to get their attention, to distract them, and to move them further and further away from who they really are. Let's find many ways, and then let's set up the playing field so that the remainder of their lives, they're searching, trying to figure out who the fuck they are. Who the fuck they are, what am I here for? What is my, and then it's to the point where it's fucked up. A lot of us don't even do that. If you at least to a point where you searching and seeking, you're damn near halfway on a good page. But majority of people actually are not even have stopped doing that, or never started doing that, and have settled with the illusion that the whole purpose of being here is to serve as some sort of agent for the so-called master. I'm a Marine, U.S. SEAL. I'm gonna fight for this country. It got us really thinking this mission, your mission, is my purpose. So you got the other half of us that's fighting a mission outside of their own purpose. That's fighting a mission for the purpose of the motherfuckers that got us here in the first place. $36 people on, 18 likes. Subtract my likes from the viewers, and that's how many haters or ops we got online right now. Obviously. Okay, get them likes up. So reality check. I've been sitting here for the past few days figuring out like what the fuck are they doing, man? Like I can pretty much determine the possibilities and have logical explanation of why these possibilities should be considered as possibilities, but the reality of it is that I don't know what the fuck they is doing. And the next reality is neither do you. You don't know what the fuck going on either. You know? So that's the first thing we gotta acknowledge. That's the first thing that we gotta accept. Nobody knows what the fuck is going on. And then I know we got the people that have the family and friends that's inside of such and such agency, that's inside of. Let me go ahead and break the ice on this. I don't give a fuck who you got working for what the fuck agency. You still are you are a fuck. Those people are. I don't give a fuck what message that they send back. These people are still the gatekeeper of the fucking oppressors that's controlling this whole shit. So by the time they was able to even have the privilege of having any information to share to you, because understand, there's levels to the shit. So if a motherfucker was deep in that shit for real, they wouldn't even be able to share information with you. To prevent the possibility of you sharing that information or that private intel with an outside party outside of yourself, based on them having to protect that information, to not only protect the people that are given the information, but to protect their own individual family. They can't tell us shit. The people that know the real shit cannot say shit, cannot leak certain information, because they will fucking make you disappear. This shit is not no fucking game. They will make you fucking disappear out here. This is not a fucking game. So ain't nobody leaking. So the point of me saying that shit is, ain't nobody leaking shit that wasn't meant to be leaked. If somebody told you some shit because they found out this from that, that's because they meant it was meant to be leaked. We know what the fuck they want us to know, but you better believe that shit. I bet you if it was a pay-per-view event, and let's put any type of money on the line to prove this fact. And you know what? I don't give a fuck. I've researched and found some crazy information that makes sense, that's crazy, that needs to be shared. Even though information probably needs to be shared, let's still understand that we still are fucking behind schedule. Whatever information we coming up with right now, this shit, we are too fucking late. Whatever fucking information we're figuring out now, we are too fucking late as far as on the mass scale. far as on the masses is concerned. Now, for the people that have been on a certain vibration, that have acknowledged certain things to be important in the beginning, before this shit, that was remaining conscious and constantly put time into building higher levels of consciousness, was paying attention to their health and their mental state. These are the people that were at least ahead to be able to dodge this particular bullet that's aimed to a particular group of people that qualify for this particular downgrade. They're doing their own little godly replenishing process, where it's kind of like when you clean out your closet, out with the old, in with the new, right? Out with the old, in with the new. You know, in any transition of anything of this nature, whether it's organically designed or by nature itself, it comes with the concept of death. It comes with the concept of loss, with the concept of sorrow, or rebirth. The only thing that we can do right now, I got 29, I got 43 people watching now, 29 likes. I'm gonna subtract that 29 from that 43, and that'll be my answer on how many people that shouldn't be on here that just watching and trolling. And let me speak to the energy. See, a lot of stuff takes a lot of time and energy. So shout out to the people that purposely take the time and energy out of their personal lives, even under the conditions of and the realities of the current pandemics and shits like that. The people that take their personal time to watch me personally, that really don't fucking like me, that really don't understand me, probably because they really don't know me, to create fake YouTube channels just to be the one to dislike my shit. Just to be the one to dislike, like your thumbs down is gonna do anything to affect my life in a negative way. That's gonna stop my rise. See, the beauty about the technology is that you can cease to exist like that. Cause soon as I spot you, boop, delete. I'ma make you work even harder. As soon as I see a roach, I'ma smack that motherfucker. Every time. So all you gotta do is say something. Say something. You don't fuck with me, I don't fuck with you. Guess what? I don't like you either. But you watching me though. See, you need to be watching your fucking self. You need to watch your fucking self. If you watch yourself, you'll be in a better position. See, but competitors, when people have a thing which is like they hate you but they love you at the same time. It's like, I hate, I can't stand them. You can't stand me. But you can't get rid of me because I'm the fucking truth. You can't get rid of me. I'm the fucking darkness that you can't run away from. The truth is always in the darkness. You got to go through the darkness though in order to see the light. And that's what everybody's scared of. Everybody's scared of the darkness. You got to make it through the darkness in order to see the light. The truth hurts. Into the fucking darkness. I bet these motherfuckers won't meet us in the darkness. I bet they won't fight us in the spirit side. I bet they don't. If they wanted to fight on that level, look, if they wanted to fight on that level, they would not have been hiding the true nature of our true powers from the very beginning. That's been the whole game. That's been the whole game. That's been the whole game. Don't let these motherfuckers find out who they are. Don't let these motherfuckers find out who they are. That's what they telling themselves. The second we realize who we are, they don't want no smoke. They don't want no smoke. See, they want to keep us on this humanized mind frame or vibration. But once we start knowing how to fine tune ourselves and to turn on that extra frequency, how to turn that motherfucking knob, oh, that's when we start doing that interdimensional traveling, interdimensional intelligence. They technology is great. The technology here is fun. It's great. But the power of our the God technology, come on, man. They're trying to emulate that shit. Anything they come up with, it's called the fucking rise of the machines. That was the whole concept of the Matrix. And all other movies in relation to that. The rise of the fucking machines, where the machines and the artificial technology outrise the power of the gods. That's what American Gods was talking about. Whoever watched the season American Gods, that was the whole game. But those that watch that shit see what happened. Don't nobody want no smoke with Odin. Don't nobody want no problems with Odin. At all. Don't nobody want no problems with Odin. They thought they did though. They thought they wanted some problems with Odin. See, they're gonna try everything they can to scare you. They're gonna try everything they can to scare you. And just to provoke and invoke fear in general. This whole game shit has been manipulated by fear. Getting in your fucking head. Getting in your fucking head and taking you and removing you from your spirit. We are only supposed to it's like the objective is to control what we see, right? If we think about how the brain receives information and how it precedes information and how it stores information, it's by a few main ways, and that's called our senses. But most importantly, what the ones they use to manipulate is by two different ways. Is by sight and it's by ear. So they say, you know what? We're gonna control what if we can't how the fuck do we it's more of them than us. It's only about 500 of us. Okay, let's say 5,000. It's not a lot of these motherfuckers. That's what we need to understand. It's not a lot. It's not a lot. The people that created this shit is not a lot. It's not a whole lot, especially in comparison to the us. It's not a lot. So how the fuck do we control? And this goes back to the beginning of time with the old slave master stories. We've always outnumbered the oppressor and the slave master. But just like on Django, Jamie Foxx got free when he got caught the second time, and he got free. They was in the wagon, and he ended up killing the two slave masters. I think it was two of them. He got out, he broke out, and he looked back because I think it was two other black dudes still up in the carriage, and he looked back at them like come on nigga, what's up? Come on, we free, nigga, we free. And they looking like Nigga, you don't know you free? Oh, that's right. You can only be as free as you want to be. You can only be as free as you want to be. Or you can only be as free as you know you are. See, that proves right there that freedom, the concept of freedom, has always been fucking mentally and psychologically. All this shit, they cannot control a fucking world of fucking people. It's not enough of these motherfuckers. Do you know if everybody woke up tomorrow, it's like, you know what? Let's go down here and blah 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 blah. Now we do that. No, we have some groups that you know that fight the power in that aspect. But this is the problem with that, and this is the liability. The reality of it is that that'd be nice. It sounds good, so we ain't gonna dwell on that too much. But the reality of it is that unless a miracle happens and everybody snaps into a phase of consciousness simultaneously, and we stand up together as one and reunite, you know, outside of race, skin tone, nationality, and blah 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 and blah 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 and blah blah blah. Because at this point, I think everybody should realize too, it ain't got shit to do with no motherfucking color or race. Even though it's a bad history in relation to that, when it boils very deep down into it, it doesn't have anything to do with that at this point. The reality of it is that shit ain't gonna happen. Now, wanna know why? Because the world that we know it has been programmed and conditioned to be dependent. Even though we claim our independence. Even though we claim our independence. I see 51 people, 34 likes. So everybody want to be here, or y'all just watching? Y'all just stalking? Cause I got other shit to do in my personal life. I gotta make sure my shit good. Cause not only am I responsible for what I provide and put out for the people, I gotta take care of my shit first. I gotta take care of my house first. So please believe, I could be doing something else. I got other shit to do. Or if I want to just hang out because it's a Saturday night and I was quarantined in the house for my motherfucking birthday. And maybe I just still want to fucking just kick it in my fucking in-house fucking bar and lounge. But I'm not. I'm chilling, still trying to figure out what the fuck's the next move. Because I know my people still waiting and depending on me. So if you're going to watch, fucking support. Quit sitting back and watching motherfuckers and support. Motherfuckers always watching you and shit. I be finding out, be motherfuckers watching me that I wouldn't even know. Like, motherfuckers watching me the whole time. Oh yeah, I watched all your videos. Blah, blah, blah. Nigga, you ain't made not one comment, one like. Call me for a conversation? Nigga, how you know me personally and watched all my videos, nigga? How you know me personally, watch all my videos, we ain't never had no conversation about it? Fuck out of here, man. Year 2020. Outside all the extra shit, at the same time it's a good time because now we finna take over. For those that's ready, we finna take over, and for those that's not ready, I'm gonna need them to get the fuck out of my way. Like for real. For those that's not ready, I don't have no more. I've done it. I've already laid the trails. I've already spoke. I've already said it. For those that ain't ready, get the fuck out my way, cause I don't have no patience for no dumb shit, no extra shit, because now shit real and shit has been expedited. So now we have to prioritize different things to be prepared for the new shit that's about to come in order to stay ahead of this motherfucking wave and transition of evolution of the new world. This is a new world right now. So who ready for the new world? Like, outside of being in the house, aiding to your health, meditating, working out, spending time with family, those are the personal priorities. Outside of those personal priorities, take care of that shit, and we still got work to do. We still got work to do. For those people that are using the B word and are telling people that they're bored, you really need to stop that shit. You are a very disrespectful person to take this time to be bored. If you believe you have the fucking privilege to be bored around this time, you got a fucking problem. And I feel sorry for if you're a bored adult individual that have kids or family that's dependent on you. I dare you be bored. I dare your ass think you ain't got shit to do. I dare you act like you ain't got shit to do. You ain't got nothing to learn. You bored. Shame on you. You're a fucking shame. And I know I got a percentage of people that's gonna watch this video and be like, oh my God, why is he talking like that? Oh my God, why is he so... You know what? All that shit, I'm done with all that. I'm done with all that. All that Mr. Nice Guy shit. We got... I got people that's getting too close to me. I'm way too close, that have been reported dead. So, no matter if this shit is real or fake, there's a great aspect of it that's real. So when some shit like that get that close to me, and then it's prolonging after certain times, I was sitting back just like, all right, a few days. At this point, we don't know. It's safer to plan. Honestly, the best way is to get into a mind frame that, look here, we don't know when this shit gonna be over with. So we might as well just plan to just, whatever we doing to survive, we finna do that shit times 10 and build up. We gonna act like this is the new way. This is the new world right here. We don't know if it's gonna go into what we know is being normal. See what another thing we gotta realize is that we can't, the reason why we can't afford to just sit back home and play it safe and just be safe. But when I say play it safe, we don't have the privilege to just sit back and and I know it's hard to move. I know it's hard to move. But once you build that foundation, you take care of all of your immediate priorities. Now it's time to really start building within this and find the areas that need to be built and need to be filled. Because if you wait, you're gonna be behind. You're gonna be for those that set the picks right now, that place their positions, that sit back and properly predict and analyze the next worldly move and position themselves to be able to be at a certain position based on that prediction, right now is the perfect opportunity to make a move to leverage into power. Into power that you never fucking had before, that you need. And the reason why we need power, the reason why we need power and the finances that grants us certain levels of power within this materialistic world is because that if we had that shit already, and I'm talking to all the leaders and all the teachers, everybody that knows shit, everybody that knows everything and shit. You know what I'm saying? If we was in any position where we need to be, we would have been prepared for this. And when I say prepared, I'm talking about we should have had intel inside, because we would have known days like this was coming. So we would have molded and built somebody up to become agents within the agency, right? And these people become our personal secret intelligence. You can't expect a random motherfucker. You can't see. We settle with the fact that, oh, my mama work here, oh, my daddy work here, oh, my uncle work there. Yo, but okay. But the difference is from some kinfolk or friends that get a job or a career in the industry. It's the difference between the person, because 9 times out of 10 they applied for that shit because they believed in the fucking system. They believed in that system. They didn't go in to be a power piece and resource for you or the people outside of the agency, because they thought the agency was for the people. So when it comes time for them to even have the ability to even relay certain intel to get us prepared, because why the fuck are we still here? Because we should have known they was finna drop this corona shit on us before it happened, and we would already had a fucking private island somewhere waiting for this shit to blow over. You better not, hey, y'all better believe there's certain families that knew the bomb was about to drop before it dropped, and the motherfuckers know that the family that have family members that they know that couldn't survive the shit, or that was a liability to it. Trust me, they packed and shipped their fucking family outside this motherfucker because they knew. It was planned like that though. They raised them up. They was appointed to play that position. In the beginning. A regular motherfucker not finna leave no fucking agency, not finna break a fucking oath to a goddamn government agency just to share some information. Hell the fuck no. Or if they do, guess what? It ain't gonna get to our ass. A motherfucker might just come home one day. See, people don't really understand how deep this shit go. Like for those people that are in positions like that just went in the traditional way and shit, and then they found out some bullshit once they got in there. That's the same. That's just like getting in the gang, and then you like, oh shit, I ain't know how to do this and do this and do that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't know we was about this, about that. So now it's like you trying to slide your way out. You can slide out if you want to, but everybody that knows there's gonna be some consequences, repercussions that comes along with that shit. You know what I'm saying? Especially depending on how you came in. Some people can just say, but I'm done with it. You know what I'm saying? Based on how they came in. And the point of it is, you got to come in owning you. Did you come in owning you? Most people don't come into things owning themselves. So we was behind schedule. Behind schedule. Somebody was supposed to know. And when I say that, when I say that, I'm talking shit. I'm talking shit to me too. I'm talking to me. I'm talking to myself. And I know, you know what, it's not your fault. How was you gonna know? You at the same time, you supposed to be hard on yourself. We can't just keep on giving ourselves the pass. That means we gotta dig deeper. We gotta dig deeper and we gotta dig faster if you wanna stay out the fucking ditch. If you wanna stay out of the ditch, you gotta dig harder and dig deeper. You gotta dig deeper than any motherfucker you know. You gotta become the fucking best of you. And then you gotta get inside the oppressor's mind and the head. Now you gotta become the enemy. How does the enemy think? How do I become him in his own mind to predict what the fuck might be going on? Don't nobody know what the fuck going on right now, man. Cause best believe if I knew if I get it don't matter what. It's like it don't matter what. If I knew, right? If I got that solid intel that I should have had in the inside, right? Now I might feel good and secure personally, but that don't mean that my family members, you know what I'm saying? That don't mean that members of my family are secure. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we can't. It's just certain levels to it. So if I would have known, shit, I would have already preset and scheduled. Shit, I would have been gone. I would have been gone in fucking no later than fucking February. I would have been gone in February. Already had date set last year. Been gone in February. Motherfuckers would have been a boom, boom, boom. Then we'd be then would have been in position to more so focus in and zero in on the actual financial game plan to leverage economically, as opposed to being, because now it's like we in the middle of a fucking war zone damn near, because we fighting the fucking invader. That's what a virus does. It invades, you know what I'm saying? It's like we're an invisible invader and shit. Like motherfuckers are fighting invisible shit. You know, all we can go off of is a goddamn sound. We hear somebody call for some shit. Motherfucker looking like yeah. Oh, that must be it type shit. Oh, that must be it. Other than that, somebody don't cough shit. It's like my shit invisible. You just looking at them and shit, seeing if they show signs of a symptom. The fuck? That is the worst. An invisible enemy is the worst type of enemy you can have. Shit. It's like we don't really know who's the enemy, and we can't see the goddamn enemy's weapon. It's like we can't see either or. It's both invisible. The opponent and the weapon they're using. Like damn. Now we got accusations. We can form accusations all day. Oh, it was Bill Gates and it was this and that. And this shit is on paper. We got some crazy ass solid paperwork, you know, but still it gets a lot deeper than that, man. Shit gets a lot more deeper than that. A lot more deeper than that, man. We gotta step our game up times 10. Times 10, we gotta step our game up. So what do I think about Africa? Uh, I don't know. I mean, I was looking into Africa, but didn't really take it too serious. But from what I've heard, I don't think they've gotten infected. So I mean, that would have been a good move. You know, like even something like that. You know, like taking stuff like that serious and just like one thing we got to understand, like we can't claim positions of power, and I see us do this way too quick. You know what I'm saying, inside of our different groups, you know, and damn near I can call them they can be classified as religious groups because we treat our organizations like religious groups, and even though you know that's the tactic of our foundation as far as status and security, but ultimately, like I say, man, we just gotta push to be, you know, bigger and better. You know what I'm saying? And we cannot do that without unification. You know, without you know, unifying the people. It's too much ground we gotta cover. It's too much ground we gotta cover, man. We need people. I know. Look, it's like we all need to be private and understand the importance of privacy and operating in the private in the midst of the public. But at the same time, we have to understand we also have to realize the importance of having people in the inside, people that were bred to play people in the inside. So two different things. I'm not talking about the motherfucker that just decide to, you know, fight the power over there and shit. People that were bred for the whole purpose, for the sole purpose of being a resource, an inside resource for the people. That's a whole different ball game right there. That's a whole different aspect, a whole different level right there. That's a motherfucker that can pull strings, that can turn knobs, press a button. You know what I'm saying? Quit. Don't say shit about nobody you know in no fucking agency if that motherfucker can't go in there and press a button. Because what happens is we get secure with that shit. The person that's telling you that knows somebody in the inside, they secure with the fact, oh, I know somebody. Okay, on what level is that person in the inside though? You know what I'm saying? And then the person that's hearing it that they know a person in the inside gets secure on the fact that, oh, I know a person that know a person in the inside, so what they telling me is 100% valid. It could be valid, but it could be information that they wanted to fucking leak. So that's not considered a good inside intel. Cause them motherfuckers should have told you before it happened. And shit, majority of the shit that's been leaking out here, that's been telling people stuff before it happened, shit didn't happen. Yeah, man. But yeah, man. We gotta get on our shit. Now is the time. Now is the time. Now is the time. If you don't pick up the torch now, you're gonna be one of the ones that's shackled and chained. That's a fact. One thing I can guarantee you that the world would never be the same. I guarantee you that. I guarantee y'all the world would never be the same. I guarantee y'all that. That's what I can guarantee. I guarantee y'all that the world that we've known, as far as operational wise, is not gonna be the same. Oh no, it's about to be a whole nother ball game. A whole different ball game. Now that you can take to the bank. It's about to be a whole different ball game. See, they changing and rearranging right now. Right now. This is, and not only the adults need to know this, the adults need to make sure that their kids understand what the fuck is going on and what we're living in and what we're expecting. I mean, what we're experiencing. We are living history right now. This is history in the making. Like literally. This is literally history in the making. Like literally. History in the making. We are living through history. Let me see. Hold on, y'all. Let me plug up this. Make sure my charger plugged. Alright, we good. Alright, hopefully I don't cut out. This is history in the making. So, to be honest with y'all, oh yeah, you want to know what? I tell people to go back. They've already shown us what this world is going to be similar to. I tell people to go watch The Hunger Games. We need to watch American Gods. You need to watch Inception. You need to watch all the Matrix movies. You need to watch Black the fuck is this? It's a series on Netflix. Black Widow, some stuff. Somebody know what I'm talking about. Put it in the chat. But we are going into a new world, a new digital world, artificial world, the world of the AIs. We are going into a new world, new day. New world, new day. And they always tell us before they do it. And they show us the aspects of it. See, one thing I do know, and I always understood, that this particular planet is looked at like a trial course, or like like a training camp, or a big ass like university. Oh yeah, Sambo, hell yeah, fucking Blacklist. Yeah, y'all better, if y'all ain't up on Blacklist, oh Lord, please get up on it. So, and billions too for the money side, billions, please. And the Americans, please. Pablo, serious. But this is the world of AI, artificial intelligence, all day. For those that don't believe it, see how we can determine what's coming next. We gotta move ourselves to the outside of the playing field. Anytime, see, I don't like the reason why I'm frustrated. Why I've been frustrated lately in the midst of still having to work is because I don't like being in the inside. You know what I'm saying? Inside beef is never good. It's never good. You know, it's like it puts you in a more vulnerable situation. You know, we have to always find a way to move ourselves to the outside. So in this situation, since we haven't already moved out physically yet, you know, it's more of an equal liability to try to navigate from one place to the next. You see what I mean? Because of a possible cause that can end to a different effect or a negative effect. So it's damn near, so it's in our best interest to just be idle or neutral at this point, and to move ourselves on the outside on a more so mental and spiritual level, which takes a lot more energy. It takes a lot more energy and power to do that, you know. But the capability of doing that results into a higher level of consciousness, a higher level of power, which in return it becomes a more so blessing, which I always appreciate at the end of any battle. Now, artificial intelligence. Yeah. We better go back and watch I Am Legend, I, Robot, Man in Black, The One with Jet Li. You know, they did not want Jet Li to keep traveling intergalactically and traveling dimensions, trying to find itself. Every time he find himself in a different dimension, his objective and mission was to kill himself. But okay, that's just the whole human oh my God, he's trying to kill himself. So you had these intergalactic police or whatever that try to stop him before he, catches himself. And verbally they say, you can't, killing yourself is wrong. Do you know if you kill yourself, if you kill all parts of yourself, you'll cease to exist. He say, but also there's a possibility that I can become a god. And they was like, speechless or whatever. So his whole objective, he knew that shit, the more parts of himself that he captured, and killed, which is symbolic for becoming one with, because energy cannot die. You could never cease to exist. All you can do is become one. All you can do is transcend energy. Shit, that's all. And that's the same rules with us. So people like, so how do I become one with self? What book do I read? Those answers are not necessarily in any fucking book on the planet. But at the same time, it could be. But if you're able to competently read the book to be able to properly understand, and not like literally understand. Some people take a lot of shit too goddamn literal. You know what I'm saying? We have so many different aspects, physical aspects, metaphysical aspects, and things like that. Mental, psychological, so many different aspects of things. So at some point we got to build our mind and train our minds to be able to equally, simultaneously ingest information equally amongst all of those traits. Now, how do we reach the greatest level of self? The best ways that I believe personally from personal experience is by experiencing different challenges. It's the challenge. It's a challenge. It's the challenge that challenges different aspects of self. It's the places, it's the places in time and we're and where we placed in positions of discomfort. So any stages, any levels that we meet of discomfort, where that discomfort is like a, you know, like a closed door that's harder to get in or to get open than the other doors that we've already opened, which are different parts here, which is symbolic for different parts of self. So you got those that would choose to be like, pull on the door, realize, oh, it's locked, oh, it ain't opening that easy. Ah, fuck that door. I just go through the one I always go through. You know what I'm saying? So we can do that, or we can take the opportunity. So each challenge is an opportunity, especially as if it's a now. Some people take on the wrong challenges. So we got to be clear, and we got to be clear on a lot of different ways we explain different things to people, because, like I say, some people take things a literal, too literal, too much of the time. To the point where they miss the concept of the point. The only point we need to understand, information we need to realize, is just the concept. The concept of what the fuck. If we know the concept, just like understanding the concept of, or the summary of a book. You could have a 1,000,000-page book, right? But it's always going to be a section called the summary, in which summarizes what all these motherfucking 10 million pages mean, or whatever. And that's how we got to deal with most things, because in general, it's too much fucking information out here that exists. I know many people think they're brilliant and smart. Oh, I read this many books. I did this, but it's still the millions of more that you need to read, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So if we get caught on the numbers as opposed to putting yourselves into a position where a position of attractive energy. So we put ourselves in a position of attractive energy where we force the areas of the universe to bring forth particular pieces of information and specific types of challenges that will open up the specific doors of your particular self, that will enhance your level of consciousness, in which at the same time enhance your level of power. So specific shit, because it could be a bad thing to attract certain challenges. Certain challenges, have a negative impact or a negative outcome. So we gotta always be very fucking specific. Leave no room for assumption when dealing with the universe, the powers of the universe, and the powers of self, because self doesn't know these different things. The self doesn't know the difference between any of these things until you teach it. Self knows through you and outside of you. Anything outside of you. Self knows self with anything outside of self and inside of self simultaneously. That's why anybody we meet, anybody we greet, any and everybody you meet, anybody you greet is another part of self. It's another aspect of self, or has even if we have people, because we tend to want to attract people and hang around people that are just like us, which is good, But it'd be wise or smarter to attract people that can share a common understanding of a specific goal, and not to the point where everybody necessarily is like nearly identical as far as thinking and areas of focus and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? We want people that's if I have 6 people at the table, I want me to be able to easily communicate with those 6 people, no matter what, tone of voice, no matter what accent, no matter what, background they have versus my background. You want people of different shades and different colors and different experiences, different backgrounds that you can communicate with, and that you can come to to a common goal or a common mission with. So these people are the great challenges, because now you're learning a different aspect of self by experiencing the aspect of somebody else's experience and understanding the concepts based on what they experience. So you have somebody that positively looks at things and decodes things and experiences that they experience in their life. These are the people that we want around us. These are the people that we feed off of, and the people that we allow to feed off us. That goes to the other aspect that you have to keep. In order to receive this type of transfer of energy, we have to be able to confidently be in a position of vulnerability, because we have to be vulnerable in order to allow somebody to take from your energy, or to take any aspect of energy from you in order to transfer into themselves. But if you transfer the energy out to the right sources, that energy will reciprocate back into the original source. So if I begin bringing, it's like I'm delivering energy. I'm delivering energy or energy. I'm delivering energy from me to you right now, and I'm transmitting this through this particular channel called YouTube. Now the whole intent of that particular delivery is for it to be received on a certain level and area of consciousness, so that energy can be redirected and blessed back into my life and back into my energy field. But not particularly, the beauty about it is the energy doesn't actually necessarily have to come back from the direct party that you deliver the energy to, because once you elevating on that type of level right there, the energy in general comes back from the universe in general. You see what I mean? It's like we can't get to the point where, and I'm making this disclaimer because we can't get to the point where we do particular things, uh, uh, you know, for a particular person, and have the aspects of expecting. Expecting is room, we leave room for liability, because then if a person doesn't, that leaves room for failure, and with failure comes disappointment. So we don't want to put ourselves in a position to be disappointed, nor do we want to put anybody in position to have to disappoint us, because we expect them to live up to something that is not a part of them, right? So that's another bad thing. So in return, that turns to a negative energy that's received back from us, and that becomes a waste of our time, waste of our energy. And now we have to sit back, meditate, and replenish that energy, and in order to not only give it back to ourselves, but to give it back to another valuable source or reliable source. It is our obligation. It is our absolute obligation, especially now. We have an absolute obligation to challenge ourselves and to challenge each other in the most positive ways, and stay the fuck away from anybody that does not challenge you in those necessary positive ways. Now, that doesn't mean that positive challenge is going to be comfortable, like we just fucking discussed. Because we're in the age where we're victims and suckers of of convenience, and we want everything to be peaches, cream, and convenient. This is why we have a world full of people that are really fucking sensitive to fucking the reality and the truth of any matter. The first step we have to go to and go through is acknowledgement to build the any aspect of true awareness and enlightenment. And the truth of the matter, the deep down truth, doesn't always look good. The truth tends to really disappoint and hurt and frustrate. You know what I'm saying? That's the truth. But we have to really identify this world for what it really is. And then once we do that, then we level up. But first, the person must know the truth first. We can't continue to be in la la land. We just can't. Those days are over with, man. Those days are over with. We're in a world of AI. We should ask Sophia what's good. Let's ask Sophia what's good. For those that don't know who Sophia is the first AI or artificial intelligent robot that operates damn near close and near like a regular human. And she got a brother too. I forgot her brother name. These are the next stages of the digital world. Once again, if I don't know I don't know shit, but if I don't know shit, I know a few things that are for certain based on the understanding and knowing the world that we're in general. We are going into a digital world. We are going into the world of artificial intelligence. We are in the world of artificial intelligence. Let me stop talking about we're going somewhere. We're not going nowhere because we're already there. Now the thing is when are we gonna fucking wake up and smell the coffee? Are we there? We ain't gotta go nowhere. It's here. It's been here. It's been introduced for a long time now, whether we acknowledge it as that or not. It's been in our hands, literally in our hands, for a long time now. We've accepted it. We've grown comfortable to it, relaxed, content. We feel safe, secure. We don't want to leave home without it. We've also gotten content and safe with sharing every fucking thing we do. Every fucking thing we do. You know that if you're a person that stops all type of times throughout the day to fucking do a fucking live video or to make a post, you are showing evidence that you are no longer living in the real world. You cannot live in both worlds. Well, you can. You can live in both worlds simultaneously. To a certain degree. To a certain degree. What I'm saying, I'm more so talking about the individuals that you can tell like they're doing it, their whole intention of doing it is for reaction. I'm talking about those people. The people that do the shit that warp into the virtual reality or AI world, for just for shits and giggles, and you dig. I'm talking about the people that's, you know, just the basic shit. Just pretty much all the bullshit that we see all on social media all day. That people that use it for people that use this particular device and tool. See, we use it as a tool, which is good. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is a tool. It's a very valuable and powerful resource, which wasn't intended for most of us to use it as such. See, this goes back to the whole analogy and concept of the web. The web was designed in on the web. You have prey, and you have the predator. You have to decide which one are you. See, the web was designed. What's symbolic of a web? You crawl. What is a spider? That's the next thing you think of. So they're the spider. They created the web. We didn't create the web, so we can't be the spider. But but in order not to be a prey, in order not to be the prey, we have to become spider like, or develop spider skills, right? So we can be the other type that's on the web, but not necessarily be the prey. So that's gonna so that creates a third layer. So you have the prey, you have the predator, and then you have the individual that knows how to jump on the web and crawl the web and jump the fuck off when he need to. We gotta know we have to know how to navigate through the web, on the web, reach who we need to reach, get what we need to get, and get the fuck out. We cannot get caught on the web putting out no dumbass nonsense, using this shit for fucking just entertainment all the goddamn time, and damn sure not to get fed all type of the bullshit ass news that they feeding us every day. We can't afford to do that. That's just the reality. It's fun though. It's fun and convenient, but we just cannot. We too far behind fucking schedule. See, they know that we suck. We like to look. We like to have fucking fun. And look, don't let me lie to you and say that I don't like to have fun either. See, I'm not one of those guys that's gonna put on a front and stunt to be one way but preaching another. No, I'm gonna be very specific. I like to have fun too, a lot of it, but I have to be conscious of the type of fun and in what ways I'm having that fun. Simple as that. The world is a beautiful place at the same time, or this particular world, right? This particular world is not bad. This particular world is not bad. It's not bad at all, But we have to put ourselves in a position to be able to enjoy without liability, because we still got building to do too. And this is a learning institution. While they're learning us, we're supposed to be learning ourselves, and nobody should know us better than us. That's the problem. The problem is they fucking learned us more than we know them. And that's a fucking problem That's a fucking problem when the enemy knows you better than you know him. That's not good. We should not feel safe at night knowing that the enemy knows us better than we know him. Just like this TV that just came on, right? TV just come on. All this smart TV shit. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. But I'm quick to say a fuck you to them. You dig? See, I'm not finna tell nobody to go out and do no dumb shit that's gonna get their ass jammed up or put nobody on no blank mission. I'm just trying to force people to power up. I'm just trying to tell people to go Super Saiyan. I'm just trying to tell people to become gods. I'm just trying to tell people to go through the darkness so they can see the light. You know what I'm saying? Because once you hold that torch, they do not want to fuck with that. I'm telling you, they do not want to fuck with nobody that knows themselves and know how to use the power of self. It's because once you mold and program yourself to take on to elevate yourself per any challenge, meaning that you've eliminated the possibility of defeat or failure. That's a problem. So it'll be in their best interest not to ever push you to a level to have to power up like that. So that means that they're not going to challenge you to do that shit. You know what I'm saying? You got to challenge yourself to do that shit. For those that have evolved, to the level of even being able to closely even do anything on that aspect. You know, they do not want they do not want the guys to wake up. Trust and believe that. They do not want the guys to wake up. One thing we gotta remove and eliminate from my psyche, and this actually should be like a cheat sheet to help leap over the hurdles that come along with that journey of self. The first thing you gotta eliminate is any aspects of fear. The first thing you gotta eliminate is any aspects of fear. We have to remove any concept of any reality that there's a such thing as a death. There's no such thing as a death. There's no such thing of the concept of you necessarily dying in the aspect of what they try to program us to understand or to believe, because that means that they're saying that you have ceased to exist. There is no way that you can ever cease to exist, meaning your energy and your inner chi. There's no way you can cease to exist. So how can you die? How can somebody say that you're dead or dead? Or why would it be looked at like that? Why would it be looked at like that and celebrated like that, other than to be some type of manipulation tool to control the people? Because if half of us realize that all you can do is transcend, your energy can only be transferred from one to the other or into the next, I think we would look at things a lot better. I think we would reach for higher goals. That would eliminate a lot of aspects of any type of fear. And that would remove a lot of the control that the so-called oppressors have over the mass majority of the people. And no, I'm not just pulling shit out my ass. I am talking literal, based on personal experience of having personal wars with the gods, with other deities, and all that other good stuff. I've been to war. I've been to war and back on that real dark side. And now I don't mind being in the light. Even though I still can't stand this retarded camera. All right, coming up, we gotta be prepared for, I would say, um, towards the new school year, September-ish. I would prepare, not to say what's gonna happen, but I can just smell this shit. This shit smell like it's right on the stove. And I'm using that I'm using that wrong when I feel like this. When I have certain intuitions. We need to prepare for mandatory vaccinations on our kids when they go back to school, and possible mandatory vaccinations when some of you guys go back to work at certain jobs. We need to be prepared for that. There's only one way to get around that. That has already been tested and proved, and we'll get into that. We'll get into that later on this week. Look at this shit, cutting on. Secondly, I don't know if y'all realized it yet, but they put a hold and temporary shutdown on U.S. passports, which means they're trying to slow down the international travel for those people that haven't got out yet, or those that have already purchased passports. There's going to be a delay. The world has really, they changing. The reason why it's a definite fact that everything is changing and we're going into a new world is because this is the first time in this particular way in history that one particular thing has affected everybody in every industry in multiple parts of the fucking world. This is a world issue. This is world history. You know what I'm saying? World history. World fucking history, man. But at the same time, it's controlled chaos. It's a lot of chaos, but it's still controlled chaos. They just want to squeeze just enough, just enough, and that again provokes or invokes a certain level of fear. You better understand. For people that wasn't scared before, it's gonna be some of them people now that's gonna have a certain level of fear now. And the people that's always been some scary ass people, they really gonna be scared now. They just took people away from Jesus. They closed down the churches too. But left the liquor store open. School shut down, huh? E-learning. You see how quick they vamped that. Now I was already hip on the e-learning thing. You know, but some areas people never even heard of it or whatever. But they rolled that shit out quick. They can't roll nothing out that wasn't there. That didn't already exist. That shit already be set up. Boom, 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 boom. Now my question is, what the are these kids learning during this time? So y'all still trying to, hey, if school is out, school is out. You know what I'm saying? At this point, you know, honestly, to be honest, and most people might not agree, the shit that they have them doing in these schools is not a top priority right now for my kids. It's like them keeping up with this particular class. No, it's time to. This is the huddle. This is where the family isn't supposed to be in the huddle. Where it's like, yo, dig this and fuck that. Like, we'll get back to that curriculum. God damn it, we'll get back to that program. When are we gonna fucking establish the fucking family program? You know what I'm saying? Now they didn't change. Now they changed their program, and now since we didn't have a program of our own to begin with, now you still stuck with their program. Now for those of you that was already homeschooling your kids, you sense less of an effect of that in that aspect as far as the school. Now notice this. This particular pandemic has different effects on different people depending on the level in which they was operating with beforehand. So education. If you was educating your own kids anyway, or homeschooling your kids anyway, you're not gonna have any effects of the cancellation of the institutions. You know, because that means in order to do that, you've already built the foundation to be in a position to be able to provide that service for your household and for your kids by way of you independently operating to make money, to make ends meet, whatever you want to call it. You don't have to go outdoors to do so. You have to report anywhere to do so. You made and managed your own. But for people that didn't, that also affects the other side. You know, kids at home, shit. Now I gotta stay home because I ain't got no babysitter because everybody else staying at home to watch their own damn kids. Oh fuck. What am I gonna do? How am I gonna do this? We're not used to this. We used to them teaching and educating our kids. But they still want the kids to stick to the program. So you want them to stick. So you got people out here dying and shit, but you want people. It's y'all making it important for them to stick to the program. Nah. Now that particular program is not that important. I'm sorry, it's not that important. We can continue that program on. We got it. We got that. We need to start focusing in and designing a program, in particularly a family program that actually fucking matters for the fucking survival of your fucking family as a whole. Their program is not working. Their program makes you a liability, or makes the program a liability. That puts us in a vulnerable position, in a dependent position. And 50% of the people that are experiencing some of the hardships right now bragged and boast about being independent the whole time. You got people out here that really thought they was independent. That's not what independence is, and now it's the reality check. And this is where the truth hurts. But you got to go through the darkness in order to see the light. Now you see, and guess what? You can't escape it. You can't escape it. And you know what's ultimately great about that? It's actually it's actually the best time for people to see the truth and not to be able to escape it. I feel good about that. For those that was ducking and dodging, think shit didn't apply to them or don't apply to them, think they could skip stages, skip levels, half-ass do shit, bullshit around, procrastinate, this and that, blah 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 blah. Okay, now this is what you would consider a good challenge. So now the program challenges you to either submit and be subject to the program, or you design and develop your own program that you protect within the households of your families and for next generations to come. This is the shit they do. This is these are the priorities for these guys that control this shit, or that are not affected by this shit. This is how you have to think. You have a bigger responsibility. That's another thing people gotta understand. We have a bigger responsibility than a lot of us take. We got way more important shit to worry about. We got bigger shit to do, bigger missions to accomplish, more responsibilities outside of ourselves. Oh yeah, how to grow food? Absolutely. Yeah, we do need to know how to shoot. You're right. All these things we forgot about because we got. Remember that goes back to the word convenience. We were subject, and we sold out. We sold ourselves out for convenience, to be spoon fed. We fell for the food chain, the institutions, the programs, the benefits, programs and benefits. Got our ass. They got ass contracts. They got bro. We are so fucked behind schedule, man. It's ridiculous, man. We are so far behind schedule. And no, we cannot fight the power like they've taught us and programmed us to fight the power. Quit fighting the power the way they taught us how to fight the power. They're not gonna teach you uh, any aspects of fighting the power in any ways that could possibly defeat them. So let's start repeating the same things that haven't given us any victories before. We have to do things different and a lot smarter and strategically. No, let's not make a lot of noise and go outside and blah blah blah. No, 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 Linda. No, Linda. We're not gonna do that. We're gonna shut the fuck up and be quiet. We're gonna let everybody know where the Underground Railroad is at. We're gonna go down there and we gonna negotiate. We're gonna regulate a new system, design a new system, design a new program, understand where we at in the game. First thing we can't conquer shit or reconquer shit or take over shit or have a hope in the fight if we don't identify honestly where we at. What's our position on the board on the battlefield? We weak as fuck right now. We looking weak as hell as far as physically, manpower. We good, but we don't have enough weapons. Okay, so that the military way is not gonna work. We don't have enough weapons. You know what I'm saying? We don't have fucking tanks and nuclear missiles and shit like that. I know a lot of my army niggas be like, man, we gonna shut this up, we gonna and they're gonna fucking kill all of our ass. Let's stop fucking playing these goddamn games. We're not gonna fucking win a battle in that aspect. At least not the way it's looking now. All right, so move forward. What's the next way we could do it? Spiritually. Anytime, hands down, they can't fuck with us spiritually. All right, we already went over that. Now, what's the next way? outside of physical. Outside of spiritual, because there is a physical way that we can that we can that we can defend ourselves on and be effective. That is contractually, and that is knowing how to play the role of both Neo and Mr. Anderson. You have to know how to get suited and booted and appear to be just a regular old agent, just a regular citizen. You have to be able to mirror and merge and blend in with the in crowd, with all the other good obedience. We got a lot of work to do. Because we still got to go. Some of us still need to go to them schools. Some of us still need to go to them law schools. Some of us still need to become a judge. Some of us need to be in law enforcement. Some of us need to be pilots. Some of us need to be private detectives. Some of us need to be in the motherfucking CIA, FBI, all the three letters. We need somebody in all the three letters. I don't even know how many of them it is. All the three-letter agencies, we need somebody in there. So that means somebody got to actually do the work and go through the goddamn shits. So once we have all this established, then we go and reteach and train ourselves understanding the real shits as far as business development. Understand that still at the same time, we are being controlled by controlled organizations which operate as businesses. This we got to understand. They have mastered the art of paper and corporations that control the paper. So we have to develop the traits of the shark mentality and wolf mentalities and whale mentalities that these companies have to be able to establish our own individual shark tanks. Because it's gonna be a never-ending story. We can keep fighting the power all we want, but we still gonna keep hitting that brick wall, or constantly have to go back to the drawing board, establish new ways. Think about it. The only reason processes continuously change because motherfuckers they on to us. They figured it out. They figured out we figured it out. Once they figure out we figured it out, and too many of us figured it out, they're gonna change the shit. Why? Because they can control. Thou that creates, God has the power to control and destroy. That comes with the territory. Those are the benefits. So until we level up into the power of creating our own shit, we have to acknowledge and still respect that we still need to use their shit to do something within, you know what I'm saying, do some shit that we want to do. You gotta know how to navigate. Until we start owning our own airports and airplanes, our own banks, our own schools, our own military, our own general assemblies. And that's just for starters. Until we start doing that, until we've done that, we need to fall back and move in silence and learn the game. We cannot get around learning the game. We can't get around learning the game.
All right, y'all. I'm out of here.